Hello student. I hope you all are fit and fine and you are doing very well in your studies. I also hope that you all have done very well in your PT2 examination. Now my dear student, it is time to start again our science class. So today we are going to start our chapter number 4, that is heat. Heat is very important chapter as well as it is very interesting also. So let's start our chapter number 4, that is heat. Hello students. Today we are going to start our chapter number 4, that is heat. In this chapter we are going to read about concept of hot and cold, measuring temperature, laboratory thermometer, transfer of heat, kinds of clothes we wear in summer and winter. So, one thing which is very important about this chapter is that heat is a form of energy that makes things hot. The things become hotter when they gain heat and they become colder when they lose heat. So, let's read about more about this chapter. Let's talk about introduction of this chapter. So student, when we feel cold, usually what we do? Generally, we used to rub our hands or we go outside in the sun or sits near a room heater. Why we do all these activity? We do all this activity because it warms the body. So it means that we will get heat energy, and because of that heat energy we just provide warmth to our body. Heat is a very important form of energy and most living beings need this energy to live. The sun is a source of heat on the earth. No doubt student, it is already clear to you that sun is the ultimate source of energy, and because of that sun gives us heat and light. So both heat and light is very essential for us, and heat in the form of energy is required by most of the living things to survive on this earth. Heat flows from one body to another when there is a difference in the temperature. So students, heat is an energy, and heat energy flow from a region of higher temperature to a region of lower temperature and never in the other direction. It means that heat always flow from a region of higher temperature to a region of lower temperature. And for that, there must be temperature difference between the two objects. It is the transfer of energy from a hotter body to a cooler body. So it is already clear to you that कि heat जो flow होता है वो हमेशा किस direction में flow होता है? Heat always flow from a region of higher temperature to a region of lower temperature. The temperature indicates the degree of hotness or coldness of a body or a place. So temperature का मतलब क्या होता है? तापमान. आप लोग बहुत फेमिलियर होंगे इस टेम्परेचर टर्म से. सो टेम्परेचर एक डिवाइस है, और यू कैन ऑल्सो से दैट इट इज़ अ इंस्ट्रूमेंट विच इंडिकेट्स द डिग्री ऑफ हॉटनेस और द डिग्री ऑफ कोल्डनेस ऑफ अ बॉडी और अ प्लेस. तो कोई चीज़ कितना ज़्यादा गर्म है और कितना ज़्यादा ठंडा है, इसको हम टेम्परेचर के थ्रू मेज़र करते हैं. Therefore, heat is a form of energy which causes the sensation of hotness or coldness. No doubt. What is the meaning of sensation? तो sensation का मतलब होता है the ability to feel when touching. तो जब हम किसी चीज़ को टच करते हैं और जो हमें फील होता है, जो सेंसेशन प्रोवाइड होता है, सो दैट इज़ व्हाट हॉटनेस और coldness. Therefore, heat is a form of energy which causes the sensation of hotness and coldness. तो किसी भी चीज़ को जब हम टच करते हैं और हम क्या फील करते हैं, वो कितना गर्म है, कितना कम गर्म है या कितना ज़्यादा गर्म है. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट it means by touching it causes a sensation of hotness and coldness. Temperature is measured with a thermometer. In this chapter, we shall discuss about the heat and temperature. So now it is clear to you that if we have to measure temperature, we need a device that is called thermometer. And in this chapter, we are going to discuss all these things in details. So students, let's proceed our next topic. Students, let's talk about hot and cold. We come across many hot and cold objects in our day-to-day activities. How do we know that whether an object is hot or cold? So if I asked you this question to you, what do you people give me answer? Definitely you said that you just use your sense of touch and you can just tell me about the object. तो आप क्या करेंगे? अपने sense of टच का यूज़ करेंगे, मतलब चीज़ों को टच करेंगे ईज़िली और फिर उनको आप बता देंगे कि ये चीज़ें गर्म हैं और ये चीज़ें ठंडी हैं. बट प्रॉब्लम इज़ दैट समटाइम्स द सेंस ऑफ टच कैन बी यूज टू अंडरस्टैंड द डिग्री ऑफ हॉटनेस और कोल्डनेस, बट इट इज़ नॉट रिलायबल. रिलायबल मीन्स विश्वसनीय, जिस पर हम आसानी से विश्वास कर सकें. सो समटाइम्स it is not reliable. It means that our sense of touch is always not reliable and cannot be always used to say how hot is anything. तो हर केस में हर it means that degree of hotness और coldness को जानने के लिए हमेशा हम अपने sense का use नहीं कर सकते. It means sense of touch का use नहीं कर सकते हैं because it always not reliable. So it means that we must remember that our own sense of what is hot and what is cold can sometimes be misleading. So, we can prove this by the help of one very important activity. So, let's do this activity. So, students, let's do this activity to prove that our sense of touch is not reliable to tell the hotness or coldness of an object. So, my dear student, you have to also do this activity at home. And by doing this activity, really, I am sure that you will better understand this chapter. So, let's start activity. So, activity is how hot or cold an object is. So, what materials we need for doing this activity? We need 3 transparent tumblers. We need lukewarm water. Lukewarm water means बहुत ही normal गर्म, बहुत ही हल्का गर्म. And we need hot water. तो hot water यानी बहुत ही ज़्यादा hot नहीं होना चाहिए. वो it means वो उतना hot होना चाहिए कि हम अपने finger को उसमें dip कर सकें. And ice cold water. And we need one marker pen to mark A, B and C. Now let's do this activity. Keep all the tumblers, it means that all the 3 tumblers in a room and mark A, B and C on them. So really it is very easy. You have to keep all that 3 tumblers in a room and by the help of that marker pen you mark them A, B and C. Now fill the tumbler A with lukewarm water. अब टम्बलर ए में आप lukewarm water डालेंगे यानी जो बहुत ही हल्का गर्म है पानी आप उसको डालेंगे. Now in tumbler B you have to fill ice cold water और B में कौन सा water डालेंगे आप? ice cold water. And in tumbler C you have to fill hot water. Now dip a finger of your right hand in tumbler B and finger of your left hand in tumbler C. तो कौन सा फिंगर आप डालेंगे? फिंगर ऑफ योर राइट हैंड. ठीक है, तो राइट हैंड का फिंगर जो आप डालेंगे वो किस में डालेंगे? टम्बलर बी में और लेफ्ट हैंड इन टम्बलर सी. ओके, इट इज़ क्लियर दैट? ओके. Now remove your finger from both the tumblers and dip them together in tumbler A. अब आप B और C से अपने फिंगर निकालेंगे और दोनों फिंगर को आप किस में डालेंगे? E में डालेंगे. Now notice the feel of touch on the finger of your right and left hand. What observation we will get? The finger of right hand feels warm in tumbler A. तो राइट हैंड पहले आपने किस में डाला था? राइट हैंड आपका टम्बलर बी में था, और बी में क्या था? बी में था आइस कोल्ड वाटर, ठीक है। और लेफ्ट हैंड का फिंगर किस में था? टम्बलर सी में था, और टम्बलर सी में कौन सा वाटर था? हॉट वाटर था। नाउ as you remove your both fingers, it means as you remove your both fingers from both tumblers, and when you dip in A, what observation you will get? The finger of right hand feels warm in tumbler A, while the finger of left hand feel cold. तो दोनों हाथ हमारे ही हैं, यानी एक ही आदमी के दोनों हाथ हैं, और दोनों हैंड का ऑब्जर्वेशन क्या है? अलग अलग है। सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट वाई आवर सेंस ऑफ टच इज़ नॉट रिलायबल टू टेल द हॉटनेस और कोल्डनेस ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट। सो लेट्स प्रोसीड टूवर्ड द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक। So student, it is clear to you that heat is a form of energy, and the hotness or coldness of an object, it depends on the flow of heat. So it is also clear to you that heat always flow from a hot object to a cold object. तो जो हीट फ्लो करता है वो हमेशा हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट से कोल्ड ऑब्जेक्ट की तरफ ही फ्लो करता है। नाउ वेरी गुड एग्जाम्पल वी हैव when we add ice cubes in a glass of juice. What happen? Ice cubes start melting. Why it happens? It is because the juice has high temperature than ice cubes, and so heat from juice flow to ice cubes. Now it shows that when a hot object and a cold object are in contact, the hot object loses its heat energy, while a cold object gains heat energy. Now student, it means that when there is a difference in temperature between two bodies, a certain type of energy flows between them. This is called heat energy. When this heat energy flows into a body, means that कि जब ये heat energy ये बॉडी के अंदर अगर फ्लो करता है, इट वार्म्स द बॉडी, तो बॉडी कैसी हो जाएगी? बॉडी और गर्म हो जाएगी। बट इफ़ इट फ्लोज आउट ऑफ बॉडी, लेकिन अगर ये बॉडी के बाहर फ्लो करती है, इट कूल्स द बॉडी, तो बॉडी कैसी हो जाएगी? ठंडी हो जाएगी। ओके, सो जस्ट लिसन केयरफुली एंड ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड। When this heat energy flows into a body, it warms the body, while if it flows out of a body, it cools the body. In other words, the hot body loses heat energy. तो जो hot body होगी वो हमेशा heat energy को lose करेगी, while the cold body gains heat energy, और जो cold body होगी वो heat को gain करेगी। So we can also say that heat energy flows from a region of higher temperature to a region of lower temperature, and never in other direction. So this is the direction of flow of heat. So heat always flow from a region of higher temperature to a region of lower temperature. So student, now our sense of touch tells only that either the object is hot or cold. It cannot tell how hot or cold the objects are. To compare the hotness or coldness of different objects, we need to know the temperature of the object. Yes. So, it is a time to know about that temperature of the objects. Okay. So, one thing I also want to tell you that the SI unit of heat energy is joule. It is also measured in calories. So let's move toward our next topic, that is temperature. So now students, it is clear to you that moreover using the sense of touch can be risky when an object is very hot. Thus hotness of any object is measured in terms of temperature in a reliable way. So, what makes thing appear hot or cold? The sensation of hotness or coldness depend upon the direction of flow of heat. So now it is clear to you that when heat flows from the object to our body, it appears hot to us. When heat flows from our body to the object, it appears cold to us. So it means that the degree of hotness of an object on some chosen scale is measured in the terms of temperature. The hotter is an object, the higher is its temperature. So an object appears hot if its temperature is higher than that of our body. On the other hand, an object appears cold if its temperature is lower than that of our body. So let's see the temperature of some objects. Frozen food in a freezer is kept at about minus 18 degrees Celsius. What is minus means? So minus denotes the intensity of cold. The air temperature in the Antarctica in winters is about minus 49 degrees Celsius. Typical temperature in Singapore is between 28 degrees Celsius and 33 degrees Celsius. Normal human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Steam is formed at about 100 degrees Celsius. So I hope the meaning of temperature is clear to you. So let's know something more about temperature. So student, I hope that the meaning of temperature is clear to you. So what is temperature? The temperature of an object tells the degree of hotness of an object, or we can also say that the temperature of an object tells the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. It is denoted as capital K. The common unit for temperature is degree Celsius, and its another unit is degree Fahrenheit. So this is about temperature. Let's talk about measurement of temperature. Thermometers are used to measure the temperature of the objects. All thermometers contain a special material that has a unique property of expansion. Expansion means to expand in size on heating, and contraction on cooling. What is the meaning of contraction? Contraction means to shrink in size. Now student, about thermometers we will discuss more in our next video. Till that, you have to use mask and sanitizer to keep yourself free from infection. So students, that's all for today's class. In next video, we will proceed our next topic. Now your homework is that you have to read the chapter, and if you have any doubt, you can just call me or you can write in group also. So that's all for today's class. My dear student, thanks for watching this video.